Hello all. So in the last session, we have seen the introduction of digital sales, some of the new features and the UI, different features available in digital sales. All that so I have explained in that previous video. So in this video, we will see and we will see how a basic project setup can be like how we can edit a page or how we can extend the existing application meet our business needs, and a basic project setup required for that we will see. And also we will see a basic comparison between a classic UI and the digital sales UI. Okay, so first we will go first we will see the comparison, and then we'll go back to the go back to edit uh, extension. Okay, so this is the Oracle doc design thinking workbook. So where we have this comparison, we'll quickly see the different views. Okay. So in this document, it is explained like how it transformed from the classic UI features, right? So to the Oracle Next Gen Sales UI. So basically the key features, right? So we can say this conversational UI. So conversational UI is nothing but previously everything uh, it is uh, it is given on the UI. So now we have this action bar. So we can use this action bar to type something and to get the related things. For example, create a contact, create account, right? And add a field, update something status, right? So all of that, every action that we want to perform on this particular record, we can type that action and we'll get the related actions, and we can go with this available actions. So these right, so whatever we see on buttons like if we click on, if we compare the actions, right? If so whatever actions, whatever the buttons or actions available on the UI is completely replaced with this action bar, and we will get quick actions if we just hover on this action bar and most related. So otherwise we need to type the required action. So then coming to the comparison, so we have so this is the list view. So we don't have any difference in list view, but whatever options or the features available in Workspace, or we have the same features in a Redwood UI. And even create button we can see on the action bar. If we just click on that, we'll get the create option. Now we'll see the quick comparison in classic UI and next gen UI. So this slide will tell this is how we have in classic UI, right? So this is the account overview page. So now in Redwood or in next gen sales UI. So the same page is transformed like this. Okay. So now if we see these fields, right? So these fields in the overview page is on the top. So these are very limited in next-gen UI. Maybe we can add a few 5 to 6 fields into this. That's all. So the most important uh, the object fields we will add here. Whenever we open, we wanted to see those important information without going into the details. And all the important subtabs, right? So all the important subtab analytics, so we can show these numbers, right? So these numbers we may show here. Suppose view all activities, so all the activities we can show here. So these are the tabs that are most important. Same like this. Okay, this is transformed like this. And all the subtabs, we have a option to uh, we can navigate from the action bar. Suppose show activities. So if that subtab is not available, so we can directly click or search show activities, leads, show leads. All the subtabs will come here. And actions buttons, right? So all are transformed to this action bar, all of these actions. And subtab details page, it is also transformed when we click the subtab view all records. So in every subtab we have this view all, right? So when we click on that, it will navigate to this particular page. So like this in this document for other objects also, it is the same way to that is transformed into Oracle Next Gen Sales UI. So now we'll see how we can edit a page, right? So before that, we will see some of the options. Suppose we are in a VBCS page, VB Studio page. This is one VB Studio page, right? So this is also in the same UI. So now if we want to edit something in this page, so what are the options? So uh, so one way is we can go to the configuration and then Visual Builder. And from this Visual Builder app, we need to navigate to a leads landing page, and then we can edit. The other way is clicking on the user icon and then edit in Visual Builder. So whichever way is simple, we can go in either way. So now before going to the setup, we need to uh, use we need to set up the users to do these changes. So we have a Oracle Next Gen Sales document, implementation document. So in this document, we can, it's a public document. We can see how we can set up a users and VB Studio, how we can set up, all that we can see. Okay. Uh, so I'll show the UI, but before that we need to set up the users. So for that, so we need So we need to create a user, and we need to assign few roles. Those roles are application administrator, application developer, sales admin, customer relationship management, application administrator. So if we have these roles, then we have action we have access to Visual Builder app. But if we want to use these Visual Builder applications, right? So we need to, our users or whichever user is trying to create or access this Visual Builder pages or Visual Builder setup application. So those users should be in IDCS. So in IDCS, Oracle Identity Cloud Service, so these users need to be added with this VBCS roles. So the steps are given here. So this is not like Oracle Fusion application cloud login. Uh, it's a cloud portal where we can Oracle with the Oracle cloud account login. So from there we can go to this IDCS application, and in the IDCS application, so we need to add these two roles. So if we have developer roles, so in this developer roles, so the users need to be added in this group. So then the users will get access to edit a page or edit access to the application. So after doing this setup, the user is ready, right? So now we'll go to the Visual Builder Studio. To go to Visual Builder Studio, so go to configuration group and click on Visual Builder. So it will navigate to this page. So this is the UI, initial UI after clicking on the Visual Builder. That's the home page. So from here, the very first step is so we need to create a project. So to create a project, click create here and provide your project name. Then select an empty project. Wiki markup is fine with the markdown. If uh, this is fine, the default one. So then click finish. So now the project is getting created. So with this project, so it will give all the software development features. Example, all the so wiki, issue tracker, then environment build. So all of the software project development tools, it will get assigned. So now we have created a project and we need to create environment and a workspace. So environment is nothing but so with our project, so whether we can mention it as a development project or test environment or production environment, so that we can define in environment. So we will create a development project. And here we need to define or we need to add instance. So if we are using only Visual Builder, so we can use this Visual Builder. But currently we are working with Oracle Cloud applications, right? So Oracle Fusion Cloud application. So for that reason, we need to select Oracle Cloud applications. So if we are doing a Visual Builder application that is not related to Oracle Cloud applications, then we can go with Visual Builder. And authentication methods, we have two. So one is using identity domain. So that is if we choose this identity domain method, so it will take the logged in user as a as credentials. If you want to give a specific environment, right? So we can give those details here: environment UI, URL, and name, then username, password. So in this case, I'm choosing identity domain as authentication method, and I'm checking this checkbox to add, and then I'm clicking add. So it will take a few seconds to get activated, and then status will change to active. Okay, it is available. So now environment is set up. So similarly, we can add test prod instances also, but we will go in detail in future sessions. So now we'll again go back to Workspace. So now we will create a Workspace. So Workspace is a private environment that is copied. The code and everything is copied from the uh, from the from the existing project. So all the code and everything is copied from the Git. So all whatever changes we do, right? So it will be stored in uh, GitHub, Git. So in this Git, right? So all the code, version control, everything will be handled. So from this, we will clone, and then we will create a application extension. A new visual application will be used in case we are creating a new project that is not related to Oracle Fusion applications. But in our case, so it is, since it is an application extension, that is Oracle Cloud Fusion Cloud application extension, so we need to choose the second option. The extension name, maybe we can consider we'll give DigitalSales demo, and it will auto populate the workspace name and extension ID, and we need to choose the environment. So in the previous step, we have created the environment, right? So we need to select that environment. So once we select the environment, it will ask us to select the base cloud application. So base cloud application is nothing but we have different applications, right? So that is DigitalSales. So this is only for the Sales Cloud. And Contact Center, this is for B2B service. And Human Capital Management for HCM. My Knowledge, right? So procurement, supply chain, subscription. So all of these are different application base applications. So since we are working for this digital sales, so we will choose digital sales as our base cloud application. But it is similar if we are using some other cloud application. And then the sandbox. The sandbox is nothing but our Oracle Fusion Cloud sandbox. Whatever we create sandboxes, right, in our Oracle Fusion Cloud, so the same sandboxes will be listed here. So we can select, we can associate that sandbox to this application extension, or uh, so we can use without sandbox if we don't have any changes related. This sandbox, right? So we can choose. Suppose if we are creating a new field, and without publishing, if we want to expose that field, right? If we want to work with those if you want to work with those unpublished changes in Visual Builder, so we can use this sandbox, and uh, we can get the sandbox context. In this case, I'm not selecting any sandbox. And then the next option we have is Git repository. So we have two repositories, Scratch repository and Create New repository. If we use Scratch repository, so it's like unpublished or not publishable content. So if we use this, we don't have option auto option to publish the changes. So to publish any changes, so it is always better to choose create new repository. But we have option to move the Scratch repository to a new repository and then publish. But it is always better to create a new repository if we want to publish these changes to mainline. If we don't want to publish anything, then just use Scratch repository. So in this case, uh, so it's fine. So it is repository name and working branch. So give something, maybe account extension. Give it as an initial branch, and then click on create. So this will create a application, workspace. So it's a individual or room, uh, private room for this app, for this extension. So this will also take a few seconds, and it will open to the edit Visual Builder Studio. Okay. So it opened the home page of Workspace. So in this Workspace, so we have this digital sales extension, and on top you can see app UIs. So here we can see these things. And if you want to see our objects, sales objects, so expand digital sales, and again expand digital sales. Under my customers, so we can see the objects, account, contact, right? So all create pages. So we can see from this page. So then the second tab is for pages or layouts. All the layouts related to only create layouts will be in the app UI section. But in the layout section, we can expand the accounts. If we click on account, we will see all the list of layouts available for this account. And the child objects, we can see all the layouts related to, right? So we can see all of those layouts. So to edit any of the page, so we can we can come from this path. Suppose we want to uh, if we want to modify anything in the account page, right? So just click on that account page, account create layout. And it will take few seconds to uh, to load, but in real time it might take less time. Okay, and then we will get this layout. So this is the standard layout that is given to us. So if we want to open, we need to click on this open, and we will see the create layout. So in create layout, so we have these fields currently. And if we want to preview this, so just click on this preview button, and it will open the a new page where we can see the create page. So for that preview, we need to navigate to digital sales and then accounts. Since it's a create page, right? So we need to launch from accounts screen. So create account, we have this action. Okay, now we can see all of these fields. So this is how we can preview. So now we will add a so now we'll add a few fields. So currently we have organization name, primary contact URL type, and then phone address, or only these. Okay, so we will add few layouts, a few fields, but we don't have option to add to the this default layout. So we must duplicate to add. So if we make any change, right, so we can see this indicator. So where we have one dot, yellow dot. So it will say we changed something. So in this path, so this path also tells in which workspace we are working and which Git repository or branch we are working. It will say, and this one is sandbox. So if you want to activate a new sandbox, right? So we can use the switch sandbox option to add a sandbox even after creating the extension. And also we can see some git operations here, pull, push, merge, all that. So now so we'll add a simple field. We'll add the first two fields, account score, account plan status, and account tyre. And then we'll preview. So again, to preview, we need to go to the respective path and we need to launch the page. So after clicking the preview only, so we need to do that. So now we can see we have added three fields to this layout: the account plan status, account score, and account tier, right? And then click save. So this new account will be saved. That's all about in this session. So we will see some more features and some more things in coming sessions. Thank you.